Don't know if you remember this bar or not. I had a video where I landed this bar back before I had any good brakes, and I was fighting the ground loop monster the whole time. We have fixed that with these brakes. And when I say we fixed it, I never, ever could have landed this bar on my old brake system and got it stopped. Either way, this morning I woke up, it's Memorial Day. I got up, put a Boston butt on the smoker, and I was about to fire up the coffee pot and start my morning routine of drinking a cup of coffee, and I thought, you know what, it's early, everybody's asleep. What better place to get out and enjoy a cup of coffee than coming out, flying my airplane and landing on the river. Sit back and watch the sunrise and just enjoy the view before we break out and go find some sandbars to land on. A lot of times when I'm flying out in the early mornings, especially this time of the year when it gets daylight really early, I like to travel with my coffee system with me. So just real quick, I'll show you what my coffee setup is. Number one is you got to have a jet boil. This is not the jet boil brand. I got linked up to it by somebody's video I watched on YouTube, and I really have loved it. It's really compact. I bought the extra large size because sometimes when we're camping, I actually can cook meals in here, soups and things like that, or at least boil enough water, put in a meal bag and heat up. You got to have a canister of fuel to make the heat. This is my coffee of choice right here. Got my coffee cup, water to boil, and then a little French press. That way I can press the coffee. Step one is pretty easy. All you gotta do is attach the gas canister. I bought this model because it has the striker built into it, so all you have to do is turn the gas on, hit the striker, and it's on. And it gets hot extremely fast. Then when it's through boiling, all you gotta do is just take your French press, pour a little coffee in here, however much you think you need in there. By the way, this coffee here, this is the coffee of champions. Javalia, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Something my wife brought home and turned out it was really good. So thanks babe, appreciate that. So I've got my coffee in here. I'm just going to pour my water directly in there. So I'm gonna let it soak for a second. The longer you let it soak, obviously the stronger the coffee will be. And then press it out. I already got my coffee cup made up here. That way it'll keep it kind of hot. And boom, you got yourself a cup of coffee. And here we are, drinking a cup of coffee on the Sandbar. Now put that in perspective. Out of all the places that we could have just simply had a normal cup of coffee, me and you, we're having an adventure. We got up super early, landed our airplane on a Sandbar here in South Georgia on the Oconee River. This is peace and tranquility at its best. Now with that being said, that's something that you and we need to talk about. You've been watching these videos, you've come along for my adventures, and I have enjoyed you consuming the content. I've enjoyed you coming along and being a part of the journey. I truly enjoy getting down in the comment section and keeping up with you guys. A lot of you have shared your build projects with me. A lot of you in my direct messages have told me about your own journey of watching the channel, getting inspired again and getting back after it, jumping in the airplane again. And that truly is what this channel really is all about. Sharing me and my friends and family our aviation adventures, and hopefully that you enjoy it. If you're not a pilot, that you learn more about aviation, are inspired to get a part of it. Or if you're a rusty pilot that's just been not flying or just been doing the same boring stuff for 20 years, to get off the couch or get outside of your normal and do something fun, do something adventurous. It's rare that adventure just happens on its own. It's rare that it just falls in your lap. You've got to get after it and make adventure happen.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home.
Man, I got some coffee in me. Oh, what a good time. I definitely cannot go to the airport right now. It is socked in. I'm at the edge of a cloud or fog layer that's settled in, and I bet I couldn't get to the airport right now if I wanted to. It is down to the treetops. But all behind me, it's clear and the sun's burning it off, so I feel good about it. I think if we hit our spot, we're safe.
Won't be long. I'm there before the setting sun. For you to fall into my arms.
Okay. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Now this is the one that I want to come back and camp on. Because this thing is smooth. I mean, smooth as butter. Alright, 2 bars in. Let's go. There's the one that broke my tail wheel. And even though the other ones I'm landing are the same distance as that, I've just got a fear factor with it just because it broke my tail wheel. So, again, I'm going to pass on it again today. One day, though, I'm coming back and I'm going to get even with it. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Alright, nobody's on it. I'm going to use the channel of the river kind of like a right base.
I was looking to the long when I'd already known that you would be there when the rains are gone.
You have to pardon my iPhone footage here. I'm gonna leave my 50mm lens on the camera, so I don't want to have to swap it out. I don't know, sometimes it's hard for cameras to capture the sky because it gets blowed out, but I'm right on the shelf of this fog layer that come in, and it's pretty low. It's actually blowing towards the airport, so by the time I get through playing, it should be cleared up enough to get in. This is the bar that Chris and I landed a couple days ago, and for me, it was my first time landing here. I called it Shorty because at the time it was short, and it still is pretty short, but the river's still dropping, so it's got a little extra length to it now. As I was above the top of the trees, it was blowing me hard to the left. So I'm gonna need to get down in the channel to get below the trees to get out of this wind. This sandbar right here is called Clark's Bluff, and I have wanted to land it just because it is plenty long enough. My fear is, same thing, a lot of vehicles come here. I'm worried about the how rough it'll be. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll try it. I need to get down in the channel and stay far left, and in the turn start cutting it back to the right. If the wind cooperates. It is getting squirrely. Alright, so this is called, if you're not, caught a bump there. This is called Clark's Bluff. Oh yeah, I see it blowing on the treetops now. Need to make sure I keep my airspeed a little high. I got plenty of room to get stopped. I don't know if you could hear it or not, but that's exactly what I was wanting to stay away from. Is that. Oh. I have officially messed up. Woo! Alright. No more Clark's Bluff. That was no good. And the reason I say that is I got landed and those ruts were way too deep. One of them I couldn't drive through. I hit it and the tail come up. I had to get out and push myself out of the rut. Luckily, when I got down to the water, obviously cars are trying to stay out of that mess, so they were not down at the water level. So they had not rutted it up. I was able to get out, but it was rough. Way rougher than I would like. So we won't be doing that one again. That bar right there is definitely doable. But you probably can't see it on camera, but I am getting chunked around like a rag doll right now. I guess it's the wind blowing over the top of these trees just in a certain way right now that is unpleasantly bumpy. And I mean, getting chunked around pretty good. So, hey, have you ever seen airplanes camping on the beach? If not, you should watch this video.